Reinvention doesn't always mean becoming someone new. It can mean remembering who you were before the world told you who you needed to be. The dictionary definition of reinvention is the action or process through which something is changed so much that it appears to be entirely new. In this video, we're going to cover 3 questions that I actually ask myself every single week that you can use to zoom out and audit your life to decide how you might want to reinvent yourself. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to give you one actionable step that you can use to audit your life and decide which area of your life you want to focus on first. My name is Robin Pino. I am a wife and a twin mom, a senior marketing director, as well as the creator of the Essential Planner. And I have used the Focus Framework goal setting method in the Essential Planner, and I use my Essential Planner daily to reinvent myself from someone who called off a wedding in 2012 to someone who has found and designed a life that she loves, to someone that was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2014 to someone who now lives well with it. All right, so these are the 3 questions that are found on the weekly reflections page in the Essential Planner that I ask myself every single week when I sit down to plan my next week. And so the 3 questions are: what's working, what's not working, what needs to change? Another way of looking at the 3rd question is, what do I need to help me feel like me again? When I've hit burnout in the past, it's because my goals looked really good on paper, but didn't feel good in my body. So before I even started annual goal setting after hitting burnout, I took a step back and did 3 key things. First, I decided how I wanted to feel in different areas of my life. I decided on 3 to 4 core desired feelings. This was after reading The Desire Map by Danielle Laporte. The second thing that I did was write out everything that I value in different areas of my life, and from there I crafted value statements that I've actually written out and printed so that I can use those as guardrails for goal setting and even decision making. Because if a goal doesn't align with my values, it's an easy yes or no. And then the 3rd thing I did after burnout was doing a life audit. I took a look at multiple different categories in my life and decided to score them from 1 to 10. 1 being I need help in this area, to 10 being I've got this figured out. And usually the life categories that you've scored lowest in are the ones that you really need to focus on, because when you focus on those areas, your whole life starts to up level from there. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, I would love to have you in this little corner of the internet. I'm gonna pop up a video to 4 steps you can take to have a successful 2026 if you haven't yet watched it. Okay, so let's use an example of how I do these 3 steps. Let's take health for an example. When it comes to my health, or came to my health in the past, I wanted to feel vital in my body. That was my core desired feeling. Because I love words, the dictionary definition of vital is full of energy, lively. So when it comes to my health, I then need to decide what my values are. I value working out 3 to 4 times a week. I value working out in the morning. I value doing yoga once a week. I value having enough energy to play with my kids. And I value nourishing my body so I have the right energy. And when I was doing my life audit, health had scored low for a few years, so I decided to focus on that area of my life. In 1 year, I set the goal to work out 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes I would stay consistent, other times I would work out 1 to 2 times a week, and the rest would fall by the wayside. So the following year, I needed to figure out, okay, what's working? Morning workouts are working. 1 to 2 workouts a week are working. Why am I not able to get the 3rd or 4th? Maybe I need an accountability partner. So let me hire a personal trainer. And that has helped me stick to my goals and be much more consistent in my workouts because I'm answering to someone at the end of the week. And once I started feeling better in my body, a lot more goals started falling into place more easily. You don't have to reinvent yourself overnight. You just need to realign one honest decision at a time. So if you're in that space of craving change, you just need to make one small step in that direction. Start with feeling more. Start with how do you want to feel in that area of your life, and then what goal is going to help you feel that way as you're doing the goal. So it's not always about the end point. So then write down your goals, map it out, and get clear on the future you version that already exists underneath it all. Because reinventing yourself is not always about starting over. Sometimes it's just about remembering who you are. All right, so if you want a tool to help you do this in multiple areas of your life and figure out how you want to reinvigorate or reinvent different categories in your life, I've created the Essential Planner exactly for this reason. And at the beginning of the planner, there is the goal setting method called the Focus framework. I'm going to walk you through figuring out your core desired feelings, establishing your values, and then mapping everything out so that you can accomplish it in a year without hitting overwhelm or burnout. If you're watching this video in the month of November, I've got a really fun promo for you. So everyone that buys the Focus Framework online course, walking you through the planner, is going to get a free planner. So if you haven't yet bought a planner, this is a perfect opportunity for you to do so. Go to essentialplanner.ca and use free planner at checkout when purchasing the online course. And if you just want the planner, you can grab it for 25% off using the code Black Friday until November 30th. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to. You're going to continue to get tips and tricks on life organization, productivity, and living a life filled with ease. See you in the next video.